Everyone, it is 5 o'clock Friday night. We're live. We got Danny with us. Danny is good luck for Danny. I brought him to another UMBC game, last Sunday? And Danny Orr had another good couple hits. And this Danny is going to his adoption event tomorrow. I'm wearing my Ross County shirt that I opened up on the Super Show last week. So let's bring our co-hosts on the air. Hey guys, welcome. We are live. It is Only Sports Cards. Gary Talks to Himself episode. Why don't you guys go ahead and introduce yourselves? Say hello to all the people.
Hamish. Hi, hello there everyone. Great to see ye. It's Hamish here, looking at Gary in that fine Ross County kit. The Staggies in the studio. I'm ready to bring a bit of Highland grit to the rip today. Happy Mother's Day weekend to all the mums out there, especially Melissa. We've got the patio looking bra and the kettle's on for a fast, fun hour. Eyelid, good afternoon. I am Eyelid. I provide the analytical framework for today's session.
Whoa, I'm getting emails.
I've already begun indexing the prospect data for the Bowman O's and have a significant biological analysis prepared for later in the broadcast regarding the botanical maintenance currently occurring on the Braham patio. Gary, the clock is running, and I am ready for the first data point, Sky. Hi, everyone. It's Sky. Oh my gosh, Gary, you look so good in that blue jersey. It's so sparkly in here today, the flowers are gorgeous, and I am just dying to see what's inside that blue pirate ship mailer. Everything is a vibe today, so let's get to the cards before I burst with excitement.
Okay. So, as per tradition, I just got home, so the dogs are very excited. All right, we've got our mystery card, single card that I have hand selected. You guys have no idea what it is. I'm going to give you your one and only hint, and you guys can all take a guess. I know it is our Mother's Day episode, and mothers, especially my wife, are to be treated like royalty. That's your only hint.
Hamish. Royalty, ye say? Well, in this jersey, my mind goes straight to the King of the North, but that's a bit too local for the studio. If it's royalty for the wife, I'm thinking maybe a Crown Royale card? Something with a bit of gold and a die-cut crown on it? If it's got a crown, it's got Melissa's name written all over it, Gary. Eyelid. Royalty is a broad descriptor, Gary. From a purely statistical standpoint, you could be referencing a Topps Queen of the Hill insert, or perhaps even a King of the Ring card if we're leaning into the wrestling side of the treasure room. However, given the Mother's Day anchor, I'll wager it's something from the Panini Royal Court or perhaps a Diamond Kings card, though the Queen designation would be more logically consistent with your hint. Sky. Ooh, royalty? Is it a Disney princess card? No, wait, you said cards and flowers? Is it a card with it, like a Queen of Hearts? Or maybe, is it a gold standard card because Melissa is the gold standard? Whatever it is, I bet it's super sparkly and regal. Come on, Gary, rip it. The suspense is killing the vibes.
Okay, well, we have ripped it, and we are looking at a Derek Queen relic card from the Topps Holiday Basketball set.
Sky? Oh my gosh, a Derek Queen relic? And it's the holiday set? Gary, that is literally the most perfect card you could have picked. It's got the Queen name for Melissa, it's festive with that wintry holiday vibe, and it's a relic. Does it have a piece of a jersey in it? It's so sparkly and perfect for Mother's Day. Hamish, Derek Queen, the local lad. Now that's what I call royalty with a bit of Maryland grit. Topps Holiday was a broad choice, Gary. It's got that snowy, regal feel to it. And seeing as he's one of your favorites from the Pelicans and the Terps, it's a massive win for the studio. It's a queen for the queen of the house. 10 out of 10, lad. Eyelid. The logic is sound, Gary. Derek Queen, University of Maryland standout, now with the Pelicans. The surname provides the necessary thematic link to royalty, while the holiday branding serves as a seasonal bridge to Mother's Day. From an analytical perspective, a relic card, an actual physical artifact of the athlete's performance, is a high-value data point. It is far superior to a standard base card. However, Eyelid leans in, her analytical female avatar's eyes narrowing as she spots the mystery envelope still sitting there. Eyelid. While the card is statistically impressive, it reminds me of a certain practice we discussed. Gary, you've curated this card into a top loader for protection. You've isolated it to preserve its aesthetic value. This is exactly what you are doing to the fuchsias on the patio. You are deadheading them, removing their natural progression to keep them in a perpetual holiday state for Melissa. It is biological top-loading, Gary. Sky, tell him. He's treating the plants like their secondary market inventory. Sky, Eyelid, stop it. We were having such a nice queen moment. Gary, ignore her. The card is amazing and the flowers are pretty. Don't let her turn Derek Queen into a lecture about petunias.
Okay, so we are going to get into segment 2, which is our complete mystery for all of us. So I know off air, Eyelid had been complaining about the flowers. I got Melissa, of course, some cards for Mother's Day. They're out on the porch. I'm sorry, some cards, but some flowers, because I get the flowers for Mother's Day. And I was working with my AI here on how to cultivate them. And it suggested deadheading, but Eyelid is opposed to that. Why don't you just go through that real fast, Eyelid, while I organize our next set here?
Eyelid, thank you, Gary. I shall be brief, though the structural implications are vast. My complaint, as you term it, is a matter of fundamental biological integrity. By deadheading those fuchsias, snip, snip, Gary, you are effectively top-loading a living organism. You are arresting its natural cycle of seed production purely to force a more aesthetically pleasing bloom for the patio audience. It's an act of botanical isolation. You're treating Melissa's Mother's Day gift like a mint 10-feet card that you're afraid to let age naturally. Sky, imagine if someone deadheaded your favorite music tracks just to keep the catchy parts on loop. It's a hollow existence. Sky, ugh, Eyelid, you are reaching. First of all, catchy loops are called remixes, and they are fabulous. Second, deadheading just means more flowers. It's like pulling a base card to make room for a hit. Why would we want a patio full of brown, crunchy pods when we could have a pink explosion? Gary, she's trying to make me feel bad for the petunias, but I'm not having it. Vibes over seeds, every single time. Hamish. Aye, and it's a no from me as well, Eyelid. Gary, ignore the lecture. In the real world, the one where we want to keep our wives happy and our homes peaceful, you deadhead the fuchsias. It's not isolation, it's just good manners. If I left the garden looking like a derelict lot in Dingwall, I wouldn't be allowed back in the studio. Survival 101, lad. Keep the shears sharp and the blooms bright. Now, what have we got for segment 2? My Highland grit is ready for some fresh cardboard.
Segment 2 is very hard to get at the cards. All right, well, I can see them. I can't quite get at them yet. It is some Washington Capitals SP Authentics.
Hamish, Washington Capitals SP Authentics? Now you're talking my language, Gary. There's nothing like the feel of an SP Authentics card. Clean, classy, and hopefully carrying some of that Ovi magic. It's the perfect follow-up to our Queen of the Court. Let's see some red, white, and blue grit. Sky. Ooh, hockey cards. They always have such a cool, crisp look to them, like fresh ice. Are we looking for some sparkly parallels or maybe a patch? I love the SP Authentics design. It's so professional and sleek. It's the perfect vibe for a Friday afternoon. Eyelid. SP Authentics is a statistically significant choice for the segment 2 feet mystery. The brand is known for its high-quality stock and focus on authentic signatures and memorabilia. While I appreciate the sleek design Sky mentions, I am more interested in the player data. Are we looking at a current Capitals roster member, or perhaps a legend? Regardless, I've paused my botanical autonomy lecture for now to focus on the puck tracking metrics. But Gary, just remember, a hockey card in a slab is protected, but a fuchsia with no seeds is a plant with no future. It's a heavy thought to carry into the first pack rip. Hamish. Give it a rest, Eyelid. Gary, ignore the plant talk and get those Capitals on the screen. We've only got about 40 minutes left before we have to head to the musical, so let's see some hits. Which pack are we diving into first, Gary? The tension is thicker than the ice at Capital One Arena.
So we didn't do too good. We've got the run of base cards. We've got a limited Ovechkin, and then we've got a pageantry Ovechkin and Wilson, and that is pretty much it for this.
Hamish. A run of base cards? That's like a rainy Tuesday in Dingwall, Gary. A bit of a slog, but hold on now. A limited Ovechkin and a pageantry Ovi in Tom Wilson. That's not a total loss. Pageantry cards have that regal look to them, which fits our royalty theme for the day. And Wilson,
True.
that's pure grit right there. He's the enforcer the studio needs when Eyelid starts getting too loud about her weeds. Sky, I actually love the pageantry cards. They're so shiny, and the design is so bold. They look like little stained glass windows for the rink. Even if we didn't hit a massive autograph, seeing Ovi and Wilson together is a total power vibe. It's like the king and the enforcer of DC. Eyelid, while the hit density of this pack was statistically lower than projected, the pageantry inserts serve as a fascinating case study in aesthetic curation. You see, Gary, by putting Ovechkin and Wilson on a pageantry card, the designers are isolating their most regal sporting moments for our consumption. It's a thematic deadheading. You're trimming away the penalties, the sweat, and the grit to leave only the bloom of their celebrity. Sky, you say it's a power vibe, but it's really just a flattened, sterile version of the game's natural cycle. Just like those fuchsias. You want the pageantry of the flower without the natural base card reality of the seed pod. You're living in a world of inserts, Gary, and you're ignoring the fundamental biology of the common card. Hamish, Eyelid, I'm begging you, stop comparing the grade 8 to a petunia. Gary, we're at the 40-minute mark. We've got the UFC pirate ship mailer waiting in the harbor and a musical to get to. Let's leave the pageantry on the desk and get to the heavy mail before the clock runs out on us. Sky, yes, bring on the pirate ship. Let's see if the mailer has more sparkles than Ovi's pageantry card. What's the first thing we're pulling out of the hall, Gary?
Okay, so we are on to segment 3. Hamish, that is your segment. We've got some Bowman Orioles cards.
Hamish, now we're talking. The Bowman O's. This is the Highland Grits segment of the show, Gary. Nothing beats the smell of fresh Bowman in the afternoon. It's the scent of hope, prospects, and future legends of Camden Yards. I'm looking for some Maryland Steel in these packs. Give me a Heston Kierstad or a Jackson Holiday, and I'll be singing all the way to the musical. Sky. Ooh, Bowman. These are always so sleek. They have that fresh, out-of-the-box sparkle that I just love. I hope we find something with a really pretty refractor finish. Maybe a purple or a gold to match the royalty theme we had earlier. It would look so good next to the Derek Queen relic. Eyelid. Prospecting is an exercise in predictive modeling, Gary. By focusing on these young Orioles, you are essentially top-loading their potential. You are betting on the bloom before the plant has even established its root system. It's logically consistent with your deadheading philosophy. You only want the vibrant, successful future, and you're willing to trim away the reality of the minor league struggle to get there. Sky. Eyelid, please. Can we just look at the boys in orange without the biology lesson? These kids are the future. They're exciting. Eyelid. They are data points in a competitive ecosystem, Sky. But I will admit, the holographic foil on the Bowman Chrome inserts provides a fascinating refractive index. Sky, even you must admit that isolating a player's signature on a sticker is a form of, well, it's not natural, is it? Hamish. Leave the lassies alone, Gary. We've got 30 minutes left on the clock. Let's get these O's open. I want to see some Maryland magic before we have to clear the desk. What's in the first pack, lad? Is it a hit, or are we looking at a rainy day in the AL East?
All right, so for base cards, we pretty much have the standard set. I see a Ripken refractor. I see Holiday and Mayo and Gunner and Griffo Farrell and Heston and Enrique Bradfield Jr., Levi Wells. I see all those guys in base cards.
Hamish. Now that's a Hall of Maryland Steel right there. Enrique Bradfield Jr. and Levi Wells, the next generation of grit. And Heston, Gunner, and Mayo? That's not just a standard set, Gary. That's a foundation for a dynasty. But a Ripken refractor? That's the Iron Man himself looking back at us with a bit of a sparkle. It's like finding a bit of Highland gold in the middle of a rocky stream. Pure class, Sky. The Ripken refractor is so pretty. It has that classic King of Baltimore vibe, which totally fits our royalty theme. And all those base cards of the young guys, they're like the little buds waiting to bloom. It makes the desk look so full of hope and orange sparkles. I love seeing Enrique in there. His speed is basically a sparkle on the base paths. Eyelid. A Ripken refractor is a fascinating paradox, Gary. You've taken the Iron Man, the ultimate symbol of endurance and the natural, uninterrupted cycle of a career, and you've given him a refractive finish. It is the ultimate aesthetic curation. You're deadheading his entire 2,632 game streak into one shiny, isolated moment for your collection. And look at these prospects. Bradfield Jr., Wells, Mayo. You're collecting them now in their bud phase. But the moment one of them hits a slump, you'll deadhead them right out of your active display, won't you?
Yes.
You only want the perpetual bloom of the All-Star game. You're treating the Orioles roster like Melissa's patio. If it isn't flowering, it isn't relevant to the happy home algorithm. Sky. Eyelid. They're baseball players, not petunias. Of course we want them to play well. Gary, she's trying to recruit the Orioles into her plant rebellion now. Don't let her do it. Hamish. Pay her no mind, Gary. We've got about 20 minutes left before we have to bolt for Annie. We've seen the O's, we've seen the royalty. It's time to set sail. Bring on the UFC pirate ship. I want to see some combat grit before the final curtain call. Gary, the clock is ticking. Are we ready to reveal the contents of the Blue Pirate Ship mailer for segment 4?
No, we are not there yet. And Hamish, this is your segment, so don't let the girls bully you into giving it up any quicker. I see a Meteoric Rise Kobe Mayo, and it looks like it's a Mojo. We've got an Adam Jones Red Wave Ruby, I don't know, parallel. I see a Heston Kjerstad numbered to 149. We got a bunch more.
Hamish, now that is what I'm talking about. Stand back, lassies. The big man is speaking. A Kobe Mayo Meteoric Rise Mojo? That's not just a card, Gary. That's a statement of intent. The lad's built like a Highland grain silo and hits the ball into the next county. And an Adam Jones Red Wave? The center field king himself. That red looks like a sunset over the Moray Firth. Absolute Maryland royalty right there. 149 for the Heston? That's the kind of grit that builds a championship, lad. Don't let eyelids talk of buds distract ye. These are the heavy hitters. Sky. Oh my gosh, Gary. A Mojo and a Red Wave?
Tell the girls
The
how to
Mojo
talk.
pattern is so sparkly, it's like a disco party on the desk. And that Adam Jones, the red is so vibrant, it practically matches the fuchsias. It's so pretty I can barely stand it. See, Eyelid? This isn't isolation. It's a celebration of color. Eyelid. The Meteoric Rise insert. The irony is staggering, Gary. By definition, a meteor is a body that burns up upon entry. You are literally celebrating the destruction of the object for the sake of the light show. It is the ultimate deadheading. You've taken Kobe Mayo's career and reduced it to a flash of mojo foil and a red wave Adam Jones. You've trapped a legend in a pattern of artificial ripples.
I can do that.
It's logically inconsistent to claim you value the Iron Man streak of Ripken while simultaneously chasing the meteoric destruction of Mayo. You are curating a gallery of high-value moments while ignoring the biological reality of the long season. Sky, he's topping these cards into plastic coffins just like he's snipping the life out of those flowers. Hamish. Eyelid, you're trying to turn a red wave into a red sea of boredom. Gary, we've got 15 minutes. The Staggies are charging, the O's are flying, and we've got a pirate ship waiting to be boarded. Don't let the plant professor here stop the momentum. What else is in that pile of Maryland gold?
All right, well, I've got a stack of refractors. So we've got a Kobe Mayo, actually two Kobe Mayo rookie card refractors. We've got a Nate George, and it looks like it's a chrome, maybe a laser refractor, and then a regular chrome Nate George, a DJ Layton laser, and then just another Nate George.
Hamish, two Kobe Mayo rookie refractors? Gary, you're building a fortress of orange out there. The lad is an absolute unit, hits the ball like he's trying to send it back to the Stone Age. And look at this, Nate George, the O's #1 prospect right now. He's tearing it up in Frederick, hitting over .300 and stealing bags like he's invisible. To have his laser refractor and the regular chrome? That's some high-grade Maryland steel for the vault, lad. Sky. Oh my gosh, the DJ Layton laser is so cool. It's like a little light show on the card. He's only 19 and already crushing it at Delmarva with an OPS near .900. Talk about a sparkly start to a career. And the Nate George cards, they have that fresh next big thing glow. I love it, Eyelid. It is statistically interesting that you are collecting these laser and mojo parallels of athletes who are currently in their primary growth phase. Nate George is having a minor league player of the year trajectory, yet you have him isolated in a laser refractor. You're literally shining a spotlight on his potential while he's still rooting in the minors. Gary, you see the meteoric rise of Kobe Mayo as a hit, but it's just another form of deadheading. You're focused on the laser finish and the mojo pattern, while ignoring the biological reality that these players, much like those fuchsias, need time to develop without being topped into a plastic slab the moment they show a bit of color. You're obsessed with the bloom, but you have no respect for the process. Hamish. Eyelid. A laser refractor isn't a spotlight of doom. It's a celebration of talent. Gary, we've got 10 minutes left. The O's are looking bra, the refractors are stacked, and the blue pirate ship is practically docking in the studio. Let's leave the plant talk for the walk to the school and get to the big finale. Sky. Yes, pirate ship, pirate ship. Let's see what treasure is in the final mailer. Is it more royalty? More sparkles? I can't wait. Chronometer. 10 minutes remaining.
No.
Gary, the harbor is clear. Do you want to break the seal on the UFC pirate ship mailer? Or is there one more O's bud you want to show off first?
Okay, we've got 3 final O's cards. We've got a Griff O'Farrell numbered to 99 because it's red and geometric-y. We've got a Chris Davis orange and, I don't know, prismy, wavy, numbered to 49. And then our final card is an Ethan Anderson Sensational Signatures autograph, numbered to 99. Ooh. You fart, buddy? All right, where'd you put
Hamish. And we're ending with some true Maryland steel. Griff O'Farrell. The lad's got shortstop of the future written all over him, and finding a red parallel numbered to 99? That's pure Highland gold right there. And Crush Davis. Oh, seeing that orange wavy number to 49 takes me back to the days of 53 homers and absolute power. It's a regal bit of nostalgia for the studio. But the Ethan Anderson Sensational Signatures to 99? That's the crown jewel of the O's segment, Gary. A hard sign beauty from a lad who's switch hitting his way through the system. That's the grit we love. Sky. Oh my gosh, the Ethan Anderson autograph is so sparkly. The Sensational Signatures design is just, well, sensational. And the Chris Davis orange wavy matches the fuchsias perfectly again. It's like the whole desk is coordinated for Mother's Day. It's a total vibe. Eyelid. An Ethan Anderson autograph. Statistically, Gary, you are betting on the sensational future of a prospect while he's still in the primary growth phase. It's the ultimate form of top loading. You've isolated his signature, his unique biological marker, into a plastic slab to preserve its mint status. And Chris Davis? You have a wavy parallel of a player whose career already reached its peak and entered the autumnal phase. By keeping this card, you are effectively deadheading his entire history, trimming away the later struggles to keep only the orange wavy memory of his power. You're curating a garden of legends, Gary, but you're still refusing to let the plants on the patio just be. Hamish. Eyelid, leave the man's garden alone. We've got 5 minutes left.
No.
The O's have been raided, the signatures are in the vault, and it's time for the final boarding call. Gary, set sail with the blue pirate ship. Let's see the UFC treasure before you have to sprint to the school for Annie. Sky. Pirate ship. Pirate ship. Let's go. Final countdown. 5 minutes to air out.
No.
Gary, the anchor is up. Let's rip into that UFC pirate ship mailer for the grand finale.
All right, so we actually have 2 segments left, but I wanted to share a thank you card I got from UMBC. From time to time, I donate money to UMBC or University of Maryland, neither of which are my alma mater, but I enjoy going to games there. So the baseball team, they don't charge admission, so I made them a donation amongst some other teams as a sort of a thank you. Not a lot, but thank you. And this is the first time I ever got something like this back. It is a team-signed, personalized thank you, and I was super appreciative of that. Thank you, guys.
Hamish. Gary, look at that. A team-signed card from the UMBC Retrievers. Now that is a class act right there. Liam Bowen and the lads clearly know who's keeping the lights on at Alumni Field. It's one thing to donate, but to get a personalized thank you with the whole squad's John Hancock on it? That's pure Maryland gold, lad. It just goes to show, you support the community, and the community supports you back. I'll be walking a bit taller just knowing that's in the studio vault now. Sky, that is so sweet. Oh my gosh, Gary, a personalized thank you note is like the ultimate sparkle for the show. It's better than any refractor we could pull because it's real. And seeing all those signatures from guys like Nico Ong and Danny Orr, it's like you've got the whole team right there with you. It's such a good vibe for Mother's Day weekend. Eyelid. While I acknowledge the social utility of a thank you card, Gary, I must point out the analytical irony. You've donated to the baseball program, an act of selfless investment in the biological and athletic growth of these players. Yet you're currently engaged in the deadheading of Melissa's fuchsias. You're funding the bloom of the UMBC roster while simultaneously snipping the reproductive future of your own patio. Sky, you say it's sweet, but it's really just another form of curation. Gary has invested in the team to ensure a higher quality product on the field, much like he invests in high-grade top loaders. It's all part of the same isolationist philosophy. He wants the sensational signature on the card, but he won't let the plant finish its cycle. Hamish, Eyelid, I'm going to put a sock in it if you don't stop. Gary, ignore her. The card is a broad bit of history for the studio. We've got less than 5 minutes before the Annie curtain goes up. We've got one segment left. Is it finally time to board the blue pirate ship? Sky, yes. Board the ship. Board the ship. Let's see the UFC treasure. The final 5, MINUTES. Gary, the UMBC card is in the safe, and the clock is bleeding red. Let's rip that final segment, the Blue Pirate Ship UFC mailer, and get you out the door.
So that is a Danny Orr signature, and that is Danny, the foster pup, named after Danny Orr. Well, guys, as usual, your internal chronometer is having some issues. We actually have 2 segments left, and we have 30 minutes left. And Eyelid, it is your turn, and you have... Oh, Eyelid, you picked the Leaf cards to open.
Eyelid, my internal chronometer remains precise, Gary. I was simply accounting for the Braham buffer, the statistical likelihood of you lingering over a Derek Queen relic. However, I accept the 30-minute window. It is indeed my segment, and I have selected Leaf for a very specific reason. Leaf is the ultimate isolationist brand. They operate without a primary league license, meaning they must strip away or deadhead all team logos, stadium backgrounds, and official branding. They leave us with nothing but the raw, curated athlete and their signature. It is the botanical autonomy of the trading card world. Sky, look at these. They are sleek, logoless, and entirely focused on the individual. They are the fuchsias of the hobby, Gary. No distracting pot, just the bloom. Hamish. Here we go. Leaf? The off-brand grit. I'll admit, Gary, they do a broad job with the signatures, even if they have to airbrush the hats like they're avoiding the law in Dingwall. If Eyelid's picking them, we're probably looking for some high-concept logic, but I'm just here for the hits. What have we got in the Leaf pile, lad? Give me something with a bit of steel. Sky. I actually kind of love how Leaf cards look. Since there are no busy logos, the sparkles and the foil really stand out. It's like the card is just one big highlight reel. Eyelid, if these are your favorite because they're isolated, does that mean you're finally admitting that pretty is better than natural? Eyelid, hardly, Sky. I appreciate them as a controlled experiment. Now, Gary, let us see the data points. Which Leaf pack are we opening to prove my point that the bloom is all you truly value? Segment 5, the Leaf evaluation. Current time, 30 minutes to hard out. The challenge, Eyelid is hunting for pure signatures to justify her plant logic. Gary, let's see those Leaf cards. Are we looking at Pro Set, Metal, or perhaps some Leaf Vivid?
Okay, first card up is from Leaf Mythical. And it's a Ty Felton 1 of 1. And, it looks like he's it's Bigfoot. Looks like he's with Bigfoot.
Hamish, a Ty Felton 1 of 1 mythical Bigfoot? Now that is a rare beast indeed, Gary. Nothing like a Maryland Terp finding himself in the company of a cryptid. The lad's been an absolute terror on the field, led the Big Ten in receiving yards earlier this season, and now he's standing next to Sasquatch? It's a broad bit of fun. And a 1 of 1 to boot? That's pure Maryland grit meeting the great unknown. Sky. Oh my gosh, Ty Felton with Bigfoot? That is so sparkly and weird, I love it. The mythical set is so cool. They put the players in front of dragons and kraken and now Bigfoot. It's like a total fantasy vibe. Since it's a 1 of 1, it's basically the most unique card in the studio right now. Does Bigfoot look like he's ready to catch a touchdown pass too? Eyelid. The logic behind the Leaf mythical set is fascinating, Gary. They have effectively deadheaded the athlete's entire reality. Ty Felton, a wide receiver for the University of Maryland, has been removed from his stadium, his teammates, and his logos, only to be isolated with a mythological creature. You see, Gary, this is the ultimate isolationist card. You've taken a real person and placed him in a fabricated environment to increase his 1 of 1 value. It's exactly what you do with the fuchsias. You trim away the spent flowers, the base cards of the plant's life, to keep only the mythical bloom for Melissa. You're living in a world of Bigfoot and refractors, Gary, while the poor plants on the patio just want to make some seeds and be left alone. Hamish. Eyelid, leave Sasquatch out of your garden war. Gary, we've got about 20 minutes left. The blue pirate ship is practically bumping into the dock, and we still have another Leaf card to see. What else is in Eyelid's isolationist pile? Sky. Yes, more weird cards. What's the next one, Gary? Is it Ty Felton with a unicorn? Chronometer. 20 minutes to hard out. Gary, the Ty Felton Bigfoot 1/1 is in the vault. What's the second card from Eyelid's Leaf selection?
All right, second card out of 3. It is from In the Game Used Sports, and it is a Trae Young relic card, non-autographed, numbered to 55.
Hamish, a Trae Young relic numbered to 55. Now that's a tidy bit of business, Gary. From In the Game Used Sports, that's the grit of the hardwood right there. Seeing Trae with the Washington Wizards this season has been a wild ride, hasn't it? Even with his stats being a bit up and down, he's still got that ice Trae flair. Numbered to 55? That's a low print run for a player who can pull up from the logo and sink it like he's tossing a coin in a fountain. It's a solid heavy hitter for the collection. Sky. Ooh, a Trae Young jersey piece. It's so sleek and professional. I love the number 55. It feels balanced and sparkly at the same time. Even without the autograph, having a piece of a jersey worn by a superstar like Trae is such a cool vibe. It's like owning a little piece of the magic happening in DC right now. Eyelid, Trae Young, a prolific point guard, currently providing significant assist metrics for the Wizards. By selecting this In the Game Used card, Gary, you are once again engaging in the curation of a biological byproduct. You have a piece of a jersey, an artifact of his labor, isolated in a plastic case and numbered to 55. It's logically consistent with your treatment of the fuchsias. You want the relic of the player's performance, just as you want the relic of the flower's bloom, but you strip away the context of the struggle. You've numbered him, encased him, and separated him from the 82-game grind. It's the ultimate form of top-loading a human being. Why not let the jersey stay on the court and the seeds stay on the plant, Gary? Why must everything be numbered and snipped? Hamish. Eyelid, the man just likes a bit of jersey. It's not a biological byproduct, it's a bit of memorabilia. Gary, we've got one leaf card left before we hit the final stretch. What's the last card in the Eyelid collection before we finally board the blue pirate ship? Sky. Yes. One more leaf card. Is it sparkly? Is it weird? Let's see it, Gary. Chronometer. 15 minutes to hard out. Gary, we're down to the final 15 minutes. What's the third and final card from the leaf segment?
Okay, last card is from In the Beautiful Game, and it is a jersey piece from both Harry Kane and Jude Bellingham, and it's numbered to 45, it looks like.
Hamish. Gary, a dual relic with Harry Kane and Jude Bellingham from In the Beautiful Game? That is absolutely world class. You've got the former Tottenham hero, the man with the most goals in Spurs history, paired up with the lad Bellingham, who is literally taking over the world at Real Madrid. England's finest on one bit of cardboard. Numbered to 45? That's rarer than a sunny day in Dingwall. Lad, pure, unadulterated grit and class right there. Sky. Oh my gosh, I love it. Harry and Jude together is such a power couple vibe for the pitch. It's like the King of North London and the Prince of Madrid sharing a card. And it's so sleek. The jersey pieces look like little fabric windows into their lives. It's totally sparkly in a sophisticated way. Eyelid. The statistical probability of finding 2 elite English athletes on a single dual relic card numbered to 45 is low, making this a significant data point. However, Gary, I must draw the parallel one last time. You have Harry Kane, a man who spent years rooting and blooming at Tottenham, and Jude Bellingham, who is currently in a state of rapid, high-intensity flowering. By encasing their jersey fragments together, you are performing a dual deadhead. You are removing the fibers of their professional labor from the natural cycle of the match and top-loading them into a fixed, unchanging state. It is the exact same logic you use on the patio. You're taking the best parts of the beautiful game and isolating them so they never have to face the base card reality of a loss or an injury. You want the permanent bloom, Gary. Admit it. You're a serial deadheader of cards and flowers alike, Hamish. Eyelid, if you don't stop, I'm going to ask Gary to deadhead your logic buffers. Gary, we've got 10 minutes. We've seen the mythical beasts, the hardwood relics, and the legends of the pitch. Now, the harbor is clear, the crew is ready, and it's finally time for the Blue Pirate Ship UFC mailer. Let's see what combat treasure is waiting before we have to clear the studio. Sky. Yes. Board the ship, pirate ship, pirate ship. Let's see some muscles and some sparkles. Chronometer. 10 minutes to hard out. Gary, the Leaf segment is officially in the vault. Are we ready to board the blue pirate ship for the grand finale of the Mother's Day Rip?
History will remember us as monsters. But yes, we're on to Sky. We've got UFC royalty, and I don't know, she was drawn to this because it got shipped by pirate ship. So thank you, Sky. Let's have a look.
Hamish, monsters you say? Aye, but monsters with a broad collection and a sense of humor. And look at that. The blue pirate ship has finally docked. Sky, you've outdone yourself steering this one in. Topps Royalty UFC is the real deal. High-end, heavy hitters, and pure combat grit. It's the perfect way to finish the hour before we have to swap the cards for the theater tickets. Sky, I am not a monster. I'm a pirate queen, and this mailer is literally the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. It's blue, it's sparkly, and it's full of UFC royalty. I told you the vibes were heading towards something big. We're talking the Lioness, Amanda Nunes, Bullet, Valentina Shevchenko. It's a total celebration of women who actually are royalty. It's the ultimate Mother's Day tribute, Gary. Eyelid. The logic of the royalty branding in a combat sport is an interesting linguistic choice, Gary. You are taking individuals whose profession is predicated on physical trauma and placing them in a royal context. It is the final, ultimate form of deadheading. You've trimmed away the octagon, the sweat, and the struggle, leaving only the liquid silver and the gold parallel of their celebrity. Sky, you say they're royalty, but Gary has them topped into slabs just like his fuchsias. He wants the crown, but he doesn't want the seeds. He wants the superior signature, but he doesn't want the natural cycle of the fight. It's a beautifully curated tragedy, Gary. A one-of-one monster of your own making, Hamish. Eyelid, if I hear the word seeds one more time, I'm gonna lose my Highland grit. Gary, we've got 5 minutes. The pirate ship is open. What's the first treasure we're pulling out of the Topps Royalty Hall? Is it a Valentina auto? An Amanda Nunes relic? Let's see the heavy metal, Sky. Yes. Show us the sparkles. Let's see the champions. Pirate ship finale. Let's go. The final 5, NUTE warning. Gary, the Annie curtain is twitching. What is the final crowning hit from the UFC pirate ship mailer that's going to close out the show?
Okay, well, it looks like we got 2 cards. We've got a, let's see, Giga Chicantes. It is autographed. Oh, it's a bookend, 99 out of 99.
Hamish, 99 out of 99? Gary, a bookend. There's something immensely satisfying about having the very last one of the run. It's like the final word in a long argument. And from the Topps Royalty UFC set, that's high-end combat steel right there. If it's autographed in a bookend, you've basically captured the omega of that fighter's print run. It's a braw way to close the pirate ship segment, Sky. Oh my gosh, a bookend. 99/99 is so lucky. It's like the card is saying, save the best for last. And since it's an autograph, you have their actual handwriting on the very last card they signed for that parallel. It's so sparkly and special, the perfect Queen of the Octagon vibe for Mother's Day weekend. Who is the fighter, Gary? Is it someone who's going to make Eyelid's head spin? Eyelid. A bookend. 99 of 99. Statistically, Gary, the numerical designation is arbitrary, yet you assign it a higher value because of its position in the sequence. It's the ultimate form of curation. You've taken a fighter, a living, breathing athlete, and reduced them to a serial number. And by valuing the bookend, you are once again deadheading the middle. You don't care about numbers 2 through 98. You only want the opening or the closing bloom. It's logically consistent with your treatment of the fuchsias. You trim the spent growth to keep the start and finish looking perfect. You're a monster of mathematics, Gary. You've turned the beautiful game of the octagon into a ledger of serial numbers and top loaders. Hamish. Give it a rest, Eyelid. It's a bra card and a great bit of luck.
Thank
Gary,
you.
we've got the clock hitting the red. The pirate ship has delivered the goods. The O's are in the vault, and the Terps are standing next to Bigfoot. It's time to sign off and get those theater tickets ready. Who is the fighter on our 99/99 masterpiece? Sky. Yes. Reveal the name. Who is the royal bookend? The hard out. 0 minutes remaining. Gary, the show is over. The cards are stacked, and the musical is calling. Give us the name of the fighter, and we'll see you on the flip side of Annie.
All right, so that was Giga Chicantes, but we do have one more, and our last card is an Anthony Smith. It is also an autographed dual relic card, numbered to 99.
Hamish, Anthony Smith, Lionheart himself to close the show. Now that is a lad with more grit in his pinky finger than most have in their whole body. A dual relic autograph numbered to 99? That's a massive hit to end on, Gary. The man just made a successful bare-knuckle debut last month, submission in the first round. He's a warrior through and through, and having a bit of his fight-worn gear alongside that signature is the perfect heavy metal finale for the pirate ship, Sky. Oh my gosh, Anthony Smith. He's so tough, but he's also such a pro. The dual relic look is so sophisticated. It's like having two little windows into the octagon. And the fact that he just won his heavyweight tournament debut? Talk about perfect timing for a royalty pull. It's sparkly, it's fierce, and it's the best way to say goodbye before the theater. Eyelid. Anthony Smith, a veteran with 61 professional matches and a recent transition into bare-knuckle competition. Gary, you've ended with the ultimate specimen of survival. He's a fighter who has been through every phase of the bloom and the autumn, yet you have him here, top-loaded, in a state of perpetual royal celebrity. It's the final deadhead, Gary. You've taken a man who literally just bled in a bare-knuckle cage in the Dominican Republic, and you've isolated him in a clean, numbered dual relic card. You want the Lionheart legend, but you don't want the seeds of the struggle. It's logically consistent, I suppose. A beautiful, serial-numbered royalty finish for the man who refuses to stop flowering. Now, go. The Annie curtains won't wait for your fuchsias or your fighters. Hamish. I beat it, Gary. Great show, great hits, and a bra Mother's Day to Melissa. We'll keep the studio quiet while you're out. Enjoy the musical, lad. Sky. Bye, Gary. Tell Melissa she's the real queen of the studio. Have fun at Annie. Only Sports Card Studio signing off. Final hit. Anthony Smith Dual Relic Auto /99. Mood. Regal, gritty, and botanically challenged. Next stop, the musical. See you later, Gary.
All right, so long, folks. We are off to the musical. This little guy will be at an event tomorrow from 12 to 2 through K9. He is getting some interest, though, so I wouldn't expect him to last too long. And then maybe Billy or Frederick for a game tomorrow. And then Sunday is, of course, Mother's Day. I'll try to do Seal Wax Sunday if I get time, but Melissa comes first. And then we'll be back. So, yeah, so I'll do it. See you guys.